Alright, this is one of the projects that I have worked on in the past. This is a late 80s Suzuki four-wheeler. All the plastics on it were all broke up and dry rotted, so I won't have them to put back on there, but I tore it down and painted the frame, and I'm in the process of putting this back together. So that'll be, I have I think 1 or 2 videos on it, and there'll be later videos on getting it put together. And then moving on to, this is one of the little Chinese four-wheelers, a Coolster. It's a 125, and I got this from a buddy of mine, and the rear end was broke on the axle support, so the rear end would just flop around. But there's a couple of videos on it fixing stuff, fixing the rear end, and I had to put a carburetor on it and some different things. But there's a few videos on it called the Coolster. And this is a go-kart that I restored. It's a Murray Explorer. It started out, it was dark green, and I basically have restored this one. I took it all apart, repainted it, did some engine work, put some different tires and stuff on it. There's a video on it also of the before and after on it. This is just what we call the blue go-kart. It's been modified quite a bit. There's videos, several videos on it. There's even a playlist of videos on it, starting with a slideshow of the build. I didn't have the video camera at the time, so I just had to take pictures. And it's basically got the front end off of something like the Coolster over there. It's a four-wheeler, one of the Chinese four-wheeler front suspensions, and I made all the stuff to make that work. A lot bigger tires. I had to put a reduction gear on it back there to be able to turn the bigger tires. But right now, with no modifications to the motor, about 30 miles an hour is top speed on it. So this right here is what I call poor boy Polaris. And it started out as my lawnmower chassis, so I had to make it into a rear engine. There is a playlist of videos on it too. I've had this was one of my first projects that I worked on, but there's been several modifications to it, but I call it more of a off-road go-kart because it's higher up off the ground, it's geared a little lower, so it's real fun. And then my biggest project to date is, this is called Mini Max, my mini semi. And this has took most of my time up since May of 2017 working on it. It was a really big project. I've put it in a couple of cruise-ins, I've put it in a car show. It's a lot of fun. Right now, only a top speed of about 12 miles an hour. So it's pretty slow, but the engine is back here in the back, and it's just a 18 horse twin cylinder Kohler motor, and for right now it has a lawnmower transmission in the back of it, and both axles are tied together. But there are a bunch of videos on this. This was the first project that I did that I have documented all the way through. I think there's 10 or 12 videos on the playlist, but you can check them out and see this whole build. There'll be a lot more modifications and a lot more stuff done to this. It's by no means finished. So hope you enjoyed seeing all of my projects. Please subscribe to the Kevin's Creations YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook under Kevin's Creations, and Instagram Creations_Kevins. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.